How much time, Mr. Speaker?
You got 4 minutes.
The gentleman has 11 minutes.
No.
11 minutes? Did I hear 11, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, the gentleman has 11 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your kindness. So he's defying the federal courts. Once you do this, you become a de facto dictator. You reduce the country to a de facto dictatorship. And for this, you must be impeached. The articles will go into many other aspects of this, but for these things, you must be impeached. These articles of impeachment I shall bring. I've said that I would and I will. But I want to give everybody notice right now. Take note of this. They will not be the only articles of impeachment because the president has done various things that merit impeachment, and at least I'm going to build a record so that posterity will know how some of us stood during this time of crisis when the president was violating the Constitution. So I'll be bringing at least one additional occurrence where there would be articles of impeachment presented to this House, maybe more than one more, but I'm not going to allow this Congress to escape having a record of what this president is doing. So yes, I'm going to bring my articles of impeachment. And I know that the president, once he hears the things that I've said, he'll try to find some way to weasel out. Oh, I call that pickpocket politics. When you catch the pickpocket trying to lift something from your person, and then you decide, oh, well, I really wasn't taking that. I'm sorry. Just bumped into you. Well, the president always tries to retract. And what I'm amazed at is that the media will allow him to take the last thing he says as what he really meant. You never do that for Barack Obama. You never do that for God bless him, the last president of the United States, the Honorable Joe Biden. You'd never do that. But you take the last thing this president says, regardless of what else he says about how he's going to enforce his tariffs and what he's going to do with them. Once he sees that it's not working and he starts to retreat, he starts to meander back, to crawl back, then you take that, oh, well, the president really meant this. What he was saying before was to acquire a bargaining position. Well, Canada didn't think so. Canada didn't think it was just a bargaining position when he said he wanted to make Canada the 51st state. Greenland didn't think so. Why do we want to think that what this man says last is what he meant at first, when what he said at first totally contradicts what he said at last? It makes no sense. So, Mr. President, you shall have articles of impeachment presented by Al Green, member of Congress, because I'll be fulfilling my constitutional responsibility to do so.